Customizing with Hero Fakes episode 2. How's it going, my wrestling heroes? We're going to cover several things in this episode. One, we got to get an updated Baron Corbin. We got to get an updated John Cena. We got to get stuff going to get your day going. Anyways, I actually already got started into part of it. One thing I want to show you though, it's going to be, well, you'll see right here. So what I did, one thing that I'm going to tell you guys, for me personally, I'm not a fan of torso cracking. If I can avoid it in any way, I'm definitely going to go about it. So what I did, and I think what's going to work best is going to be Elite Series 50. Elite Series 50 Baron Corbin is preferably the right choice for this. I mean, you could use like the current attire, but the thing is, or the most recent one that they released, I think it was 57, 56, I think it was 57. Thing is though, is that if you go with that one, you're going to have to acetone some of the things off. So this, I just want to make it as simple as, for you as possible. The reason why I want to go with Elite Series 50 is because like the style of pants that they went with, they're more dress style. Like, you didn't have to do any acetoning off. One thing that I did do is I swapped it from the hips. The cool thing about Baron Corbin is that he does use that, what is it called, like ball socket style hip socket right there. So with these, yeah, you don't have the torso crack. You're just going to heat this up for a good 35, 40 seconds. And we'll get into that in just a sec. For the legs though, I did go with Shawn Michaels. The thing is because these were in my fodder bin, I didn't have the lower part of it. So what I did instead, and I think these actually might be the same thing as the Shawn Michaels lower legs, I went with the Fandango lower legs, and I think these should work pretty good. I'm almost positive that these are like the exact same thing as Shawn Michaels. So you could use, either or, and you can tell right off the get-go that it is Fandangos because I still have a little bit of the blue left. So I went ahead and acetone most of it. You can actually see some of the zebra print right underneath there, so I will have to go over with that with the nail polish remover, but that's really all about it. Now, the one thing that I used in my previous video, my custom fix-it video, was this tool. And I know some people were asking, where can you find this? You can actually find some of these on eBay. I know I told you I got this from my friend, but I wanted to search it up where you could find this. You can actually find this for like $5–10 on there. And again, for mine, it was modified. As you can see, the end right here, it is broken off. And this piece is going to come really handy for lower knee swap. So what we're going to do is, and now these parts, now the legs that I have left over for Baron Corbin, they will not go unwasted. So here's the legs. And I actually do have, I think it was the Brian Pillman Battle Pack. I put it onto my Ric Flair. I think Ric Flair also has the same style hip socket. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make one from ECW. I think Brian Pillman from ECW, and I still got his vest, so we'll get into that. So let's get this heated up and get this going, and we got some extra boots for him. So let's get this going, and then that way you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Now again, it's going to take about a good 35 seconds, give or take. That should do it. I'm going to back this up just a little bit. That should just about do it right there. Now this tool right here, so this thing, and again, a flathead screwdriver should work just as good. Let's see, is this the right one? This is the left one. So we're gonna put the left one in the left, and I hope that this is the same style of Shawn Michaels lower legs. Otherwise, you're just gonna be way too oversized. I think the old ones that I had on this, because I used to make a lot of Jeff Hardy customs before Mattel had released it. I think the lower legs for the Shawn Michaels, I think it was the WrestleMania when he had the referee attire. I think that's the one that I went with. So you're going to want to leave one of those pegs on there, just like how I have it on this one. You see, and you're going to want to have it out on the outside peg. You see how it's kind of like in there? So, and the reason why I'm suggesting that is because it's going to be one last hole that you're going to have to put it through. This thing right here, this is why I like the angle on it. So what I do is that I normally push it down like this. And once I got it in there, once I've got it aligned with the hole, what I do is that sometimes you can actually do it with your nails. You can just push it right in there. If it doesn't work, one thing you could go about doing is turn this around, come back around this way, and just right where the hole is on this end, you push that through. You push, you're gonna have to do it with some force. And again, ask a parent, be sure to get some help from an adult, because some of this stuff, man, is pretty dangerous. Doing it on camera is it's even twice the danger for sure. But we got to do it for you, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking for this, and it doesn't want to go on there. Again, if it doesn't, you might have to heat it up for a couple more seconds. You just, again, pull down on it. to get it aligned. And one more thing that I'm going to suggest is to push through at some of this plastic right there. You see how it kind of just wants to fight you? Once you push that all the way through, it should go right in just like that. So again, this was like when I was first learning how to make custom figures, this was one of my biggest struggles. It was mainly just playing around with stuff and finding out exactly how it goes through. We're going to do the same thing with this one. Again, we're going to leave one of them in there. You're going to bend this out just like that, go around the socket right there, and then once you got that, again, you're going to want to pull it down. Man, I'm telling you, this is not easy on camera. There you go. So once you've got that aligned, again, push through some of the plastic. That way the peg can go right through it there. And one more push, one final push, one final push. There she goes. Cool. And I think it is Shawn Michaels style. Now, I know you're asking about height. This shouldn't be a problem. I think this should still work pretty good because I think Baron Corbin is like, what, 6'6", 6'7", give or take. The cool thing about this is that we're not swapping out the upper torso, and that's where most of the length is coming from. And we'll do a quick height comparison too. The head scan, I did send it over to my good friend BEW, so the bald head scan is coming shortly. And I did order one of those shirts that he's been wearing as of late. I got that from Ralph's Figures Clothing. So once all that stuff comes in, you guys will see. But here's a quick height comparison. Like here's Triple H. As you can see, like above the shoulder line right there. Triple H is about like 6'4" here. There you go. He's about 6'4". So once I add the head scan, he'll still have a good solid 2 inches on him. So this is going to be awesome. I can't wait for that scan to come in. This next one right here, one thing that if you guys didn't see Sunday's, yeah, I think it was Sunday's unboxing video, I did get the rest of the stuff for this Triple H for, I think it was Elite Series 7. We're going to get it out right now. I do want to use this head scan. Let's get out the parts first, actually. Before we do, though, I did wanted to show you that John Cena. I think it was also Sunday's video. We had the green shirt that came in from Wrestling Post. So, dude, this, oh my gosh, so happy to finally get this shirt, this updated Cena, and he'll most likely change it again here in the near future if he already hasn't. This is that nice green, that lime green. So what I did, I used Elite Series, was it? No, Basic, it was from the Battle Pack. Battle Pack 31. It was the one that came with Ultimate Warrior, the red, white, and blue John Cena, or not the red, white, and blue, but the red, white, and blue Ultimate Warrior. So I got that from Battle Pack Series 31. I put it onto one of his most recent deletes. I am working on the hat, so again, stay tuned, man. Be sure to hit that subscribe button again if you're new to the channel. So this head, I got the parts right here. This is from Elite Series 7. So not only are we going to add this to it, but I also want to head swap it. And I know this isn't the best Triple H head scan. The reason why I'm going with this one is because A, that's the one that originally came with, and B, this style of hat that you're seeing right here, like the only way that it's going to work, it's going to be with this style. I mean, if I tried adding it onto the old custom head that I had on there, it's just, yeah, it's not going to go on there. So we're going to get that swapped out real quick and see what that looks like. Oh, almost forgot. We got to do the parts from the Baron Corbin. So hopefully it hasn't gotten cold on me. It's going on there. Good. We're good. One thing that I will have to do with these Baron Corbin legs, though, is that most likely I am going to have to acetone the tight design, because I mean, I think it was like black style of cargo pockets that he had on there, so it's gonna look weird if I leave that on. And I did add the shirt on there. You could use any random shirt. I guess that should work just fine. Let's see if the boots are still good. Yep, the boots are still good. You could use any random black shirt, and then just, you know, if it does have like a logo design, you could acetone it off, or you can just turn it inside out. Let's see, here's the other boot. I think these ones came from the fodder bin. Any black random. I mean, there's some, I think the most common black boot that you see out there is black, but there it is, man. There's like an ECW attire, Brian Pillman. So we'll put this right here to the side, and let's get the Triple H head scan swapped out. Cool, so same technique, just heat it up for about 35 seconds. Now, my biggest fear when I take this head off, because this, again, this is also a custom scan. This has a combination of the Walgreens, was it the Walgreens exclusive? Oh, it came right off, good. So the hairpiece right there, it's a combination of the Walgreens exclusive and one of his current recent head scans. So yeah, no problem, it looks like it stayed on there. So we'll put this one on here, and I'll give you a quick glance of what the remaining parts will look like on this one. Oh, please don't, looks like the hairpiece, man. It's got glue on it. It does have super glue. There you go. It stayed on. So it's the Walgreens exclusive hairpiece with a current Triple H, but this is the scan that I wanted to get this all updated on the Triple H. Now the shirt right here, again, I found this for, this is the original one. This is not a custom. This is the one that Mattel actually made. So I think it was like 10 bucks. Because if you find this Triple H complete, bro, I mean, you're talking about like 35 bucks, maybe even more. I mean, 35 is the starting point for it loose. I'm easily over 50. So there's a shirt, the hat right there. These glow sticks right there, these are the same style too that Shawn Michaels did come with. These are, you just put them on the hand right there, just because they love coming out with them. They love throwing them out to the crowd. There, oh man, so happy. Again, he is kind of squeaky. He's a really, really old figure, but so happy to finally have this Triple H complete. We got the Michaels complete, and now we got the Triple H complete. So again, that's what the remaining parts. Still really happy with the outcome on this. So we're definitely still going to display this with the shirt that it came with. Really cool. Next up, this is actually a combination of two. I think it was probably 2 unboxings ago. I'm pretty sure it was a couple weeks ago. Yes, we got, here, let's put this one aside real quick. We had gotten The Rock in a really rough condition. So a couple of things that I wanted to do is, I mean, since the design on the Elite, because I want to turn this into an Elite. This is from Sunday's video. This is the entrance grades. This is not an Elite, believe it or not. So not only do I want to convert this into an Elite and add this clothing to it, but I also want to swap this head scan, get that nice young Rock look with the people's eyebrow. Check that out, man. We're going to get that on there onto the Elite, so that way we can still utilize this. And, you know, when we do posing on Instagram or figure matches, whatever the case may be, I want to get this converted into an Elite. And I also want to get that one fixed up, which this is the one from when he won the WWE title. And I think it was, I'm pretty sure this was an extra that had come in with one of the lots that I bought. This is using the same scan on the basic. So this one, again, all the paint is faded away. It's kind of scratched all over the place. Only the head scan. The overall body is still in really good shape. So we're going to get that swapped out and convert this into an Elite. Now that we got the clothes on the Elite, now we can swap it out. This right here, you know, the one thing that actually comes to mind from this attire, this was, I think he wore this, it was like a halftime Super Bowl match. He had to switch over back on the station, and he was, I think it was a last man standing against Mankind. He won because he recorded Mankind earlier on in the week, saying I quit, so he completely cheated, and people fell for it. I mean, really, there wasn't much he could have done about it. So there, hold on, let's swap this one too. That way we can see exactly the overall quality. I guess this one is not much of a change because of the fact that this is how it originally came. It was just fixing up something that had come rough, you know, through the mail. So there it is, man. We'll get that. So happy to have this, man. This is this Rock right here. This is I think it was John Cena, and I could be wrong, but there it is, man. Now it's all fixed up. Now the paint's all faded, but this is the reason why I wanted to do this. So here's the remaining parts. Here's the head scan from the Elite onto the basic. It's got the blue attire, but now we can finally have that I quit match, right? See, now we got the full articulation of the Elite. So glad that Mattel finally decided to convert these entrance grades to Elites. I just hope that they add more accessories like they did back then, because back then, dude, like all of these entrance grades came with like shirts, like accessories, but again, they were basic. So I think you have to weigh out the pros and cons of it all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.